Boat, tandem rotor heavy lift helicopter, truck, weapons. You'll have to source all of that. Chopper alone will set you back a couple of mil.
Oh, no worries there. Trevor here, he just came into a lot of money.
Is that sarcasm?
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll be ranking all the GTA protagonists.
There you go. Hey, great. Quad bikes and moonshine. Let's go.
Give it up!
What's Alan? Never seen someone set fire to the house before.
Legit? Oh yeah, I forgot, huh? 401ks, tax returns and all? Yeah, right.
For this list, we'll be looking at all the qualities in these characters that make them so memorable for fans. This takes into account the effectiveness of their characterization in their storylines and the rate of success they achieved in their goals. Which GTA protagonist do you think steals the show? Let us know in the comments.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 12. Huang Li, Grand Theft Auto, Chinatown Wars. The top-down view of the game prevents too much to be known about Huang Li, although his arc of avenging his father's demise is clear. Li is a far more detached protagonist in personality, being uninterested in things that don't need his involvement and keeping more to himself. His quick wit and sarcastic nature gets lost on most characters, as Li doesn't show much respect for societal customs and traditions. The son of a triad leader, Li's motivations in the story are due to his father's death, tearing apart Li's own life of careless abundance. The lack of cinematics for Li's scenes means there aren't many instances of him in action, making him the most sedated GTA protagonist seen yet. Number 11. Johnny Klebitz, Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and Damned. Far more serious and no-nonsense than the average GTA character, Johnny Klebitz is a protagonist who values the idea of loyalty. The Lost and Damned deals with the theme of brotherhood, with Johnny's arc surrounding his hopes of keeping his group together despite the Lost MC clearly being on the verge of collapse. His stories involve dealing with addiction and betrayal, a departure from the usual light-tone GTA players are used to.
Do me a favor, help keep this degenerate out of jail, alright? At least until he's paid me.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, later.
Unfortunately, Johnny doesn't grow as much as the potential he has, limiting himself to repeating past mistakes and associating himself with his wayward ex-girlfriend. This is why he becomes a victim to Trevor in GTA 5, completing his fall from a genuine leader to a shell of a man.
Wait!
Number 10. Victor Vance, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City Stories.
There you go. Hey, great. Quad bikes and moonshine. Let's go.
Easily the GTA protagonist with a staunch moral code, Victor Vance defies the usual anti-hero trope to be a genuinely nice guy. The reason for his venture into crime is the tendency of his brother Lance to get them into trouble, with Victor forced to run around to fix Lance's mistakes.
A stuntman's what I need. We've got to wrap this scene before the mall opens.
Vic can handle your stunts. Meanwhile, you and I can talk snow business.
He spends the entirety of GTA Vice City Stories as the straight man bemused by the wacky characters he's surrounded by, as he and Lance dig themselves deeper into the crime world. An issue with Victor's character has to be his chronologically final appearance in GTA Vice City, where he acts out of character and ultimately meets his demise. That's a sad end for a character that achieves in making himself likable straight away.
All we gotta do is sit on it. It's hidden out of sight, out of town, man. We lay low and then sell it.
No! No, I am not interested. Got it?
Number 9. Michael DeSanta, Grand Theft Auto 5.
By the time I was his age, I'd already been in prison twice. I robbed banks. I ran whores, I smuggled dope.
And you consider them achievements?
These were the opportunities I had.
The first protagonist to not only be a father, but also a family man, Michael's role is to portray how undesirable normal life will be for a protagonist in the GTA series. Facing a midlife crisis, Michael longs for a purpose in life while attempting to put his past as a criminal behind him. He's the character that connects everyone in GTA 5, with his turbulent friendship with Trevor complementing his mentor-protege dynamic with Franklin.
I appreciate a kid who follows orders without taking responsibility. Yeah, maybe one day we'll have a beer, and I'll explain how the world really works.
Although he doesn't possess significant skills like the other two characters, Michael does have the most fleshed out story arc as he tries to reconcile his unhappy family life with his struggles with the law. His self-loathing is a dominant part of his character, something he's brought upon himself.
Give it up! What's Alan? I've never seen someone set fire to the before.
Number 8. Tony Cipriani, Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories.
Mr. Leone, I thought we got history. I mean, I've done a lot for this family.
GTA 3 introduced Tony Cipriani as a high-ranking member of the Leone family, albeit a lazy and unmotivated character. GTA Liberty City Stories, set in the past, shows just how dangerous Tony was in his prime.
I told him about me and you, Tony, and then he hit me.
There is no you and me. Christ, you're killing me. Where is this Wayne?
Returning to the city to reclaim the respect he's lost, Tony starts back from the bottom to rise into boss Salvatore Leone's good books. Tony is in no way someone to take lightly, as he always gets the job done, but is also a person who gets along with the rest of the characters without making things complicated.
I've waited a long time for this. It never would have happened without you, Tony.
Hey, I'm crying over here. Come on.
Number 7. Luis Lopez, Grand Theft Auto, The Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yeah, he said he loves you, but he can't handle working the door at a gay club anymore. He says people are laughing at him.
Who's laughing at him?
I don't know. I think the little people who live in his head. The ones stuck in 1955.
Oh, I love those people.
Rarely does a GTA protagonist absolutely revel in the lifestyle that crime offers more than someone like Luis Lopez. Suave, cool in mentality, and a knack for slipping out of dangerous situations, Luis doesn't get bogged down by times where he's been one-upped and keeps his attention toward the things that will benefit him.
What's up, Papa? Trouble with your old man?
No, it's my father.
Okay. Yeah, family can be tough, man.
He's a very conservative man. He doesn't understand what I'm doing here.
He's not deranged or violent by any means, unlike most protagonists, instead retaining a knack for the spoils of luxury from his criminal exploits. He isn't burdened by any responsibilities and prefers to keep things casual without complicating matters. He's not the most dangerous character in the series, which makes him less of a threat, but Luis does walk away with his mission accomplished by the end of his story.
But I don't want you to get a big head. I don't want you to go change, become a megastar, go to Vinewood, write a blog. Oh.
You're a pill-popping old queen, man. I'm a murdering maniac. But we survived, bro. We survived.
Number 6. Franklin Clinton, Grand Theft Auto 5.
This shit is legit business. Legit? Oh yeah, I forgot, huh? 401ks, tax returns and all? Yeah, right.
Sandwiched between an unhinged psychopath and a man suffering from a midlife crisis, Franklin serves as the protagonist that acts like the audience surrogate in GTA 5. A young man hoping to make it big, Franklin is prepared to undergo just about any task, although that's usually because he's dragged into doing them.
So what now?
Looks like I'm gonna have to postpone my retirement.
Rather than be bogged down by the pressure, Franklin makes sure to see things through no matter how dangerous they might get. Considered the true protagonist of GTA 5, since he's the only one who remains alive in all possible endings, Franklin uses his experiences during the story to increase his skills and competence. However, he remains a loyal friend to the end, despite being surrounded by the wackiest bunch.
Shit, I don't know how much more better that is than Devin's con.
Ooh, hypocrisy, Franklin. Civilization's greatest virtue.
Jesus, your therapist has a lot to answer for.
Number 5. Claude Speed, Grand Theft Auto 3.
Now listen, you guys, you go inside while I talk to our new friend here. I see nothing but good things for you, my boy.
As the first protagonist of GTA's 3D era, Claude is the introduction for fans in the immersive environment of the GTA universe. A silent protagonist who never utters a word, Claude still manages to intimidate anyone who dares to cross him. This relentless silence is a source of comedy as well, with Claude refusing to be fazed no matter how many threats he receives or the enormity of the task he's supposed to carry out.
Hey, take it easy, amigo. No es nada, no es nada.
I left you pouring your heart out into the gutter.
Hey, don't shoot, amigo. No problem.
Having been betrayed by his partner in crime, Claude recovers and makes his way through the criminal world to get his revenge and take out anyone that gets in his way. His lack of dialogue ends up boosting his credibility, as Claude proves he doesn't need to speak to make his impact.
You must obtain the cars on this list and deliver them to a garage behind the car park in Newport. My honor demands it.
Number 4. Tommy Vercetti, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Well, this is Vice City, man. What's the problem?
Love juice, man.
We need love juice men, gang!
Love juice? Adapting to the background of Vice City, a location filled with style and pizzazz, Tommy Vercetti is a character who takes what he wants whenever he wants it. Known for his rage-filled persona, Tommy moves to Vice City with nothing but his grit and explosive personality, ending up as the undisputed king of the city.
Either way, I want green rolling off the presses 5 minutes after I get back. Got it?
Don't you worry, Tommy. We'll be ready.
He doesn't waste time on needless tasks or idle chit-chat, as Tommy's fully willing to use people to strengthen his position without ending up as anyone's lackey. Impossible to intimidate or be strong-armed, his dominating mentality makes him a man no one wants to cross. Tommy shows just what happens if someone does double-cross him, and he's the only one left standing when all is said and done.
I don't think we're gonna be getting any more heat from up north either. Because there ain't no up north anymore. It's all down south now.
Number 3. Trevor Phillips, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, I like it, denial! That is first part of the grieving process, brothers. Now let's all hold hands, huh? Oh, looks like you got something you want to say, huh? You got something you need to say?
The personification of hell on earth, Trevor is a destructive force who has no care for the laws of society. Frequently seen losing his patience with over-the-top mannerisms, his philosophy involves having enough to please his needs and being surrounded by friends he trusts. Unfortunately, he goes to extreme lengths to attain these things, destroying those he views as his enemies while scaring even his own friends due to his needy personality.
I asked the teacher to put him on the phone just to be safe, but she threatened to call the cops. I ain't no molester, Trevor!
Shut up before I molest you, all right?
However, Trevor is an absolute riot to follow, with most of GTA 5's comedic moments involving Trevor's misadventures. There's also something noble about his total loyalty to his friends, making Trevor as trustworthy as he is insane. Gameplay as Trevor is the most entertaining in GTA 5, as his antics make his playthrough impossible to predict. Number 2. Carl C.J. Johnson, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh shit, here we go again. Worst place in the world. Rolling Heights baller country. Now, I ain't represented Grove Street in 5 years, but the ballers won't give a shit.
Carrying a cool attitude and a conscience is by no means a weakness for CJ, whose arc involves doing some small business and learning the value of friendship and family. CJ's a protagonist with a genuine character development, changing from his aloof punk attitude to sticking by his allies and eliminating those that betray them.
Carl, I'm hurt. I truly am. And just as I was about to help those poor Grove Street boys.
Oh yeah? How?
With GTA San Andreas having a much larger map than other games, CJ's journey is mapped out across the entire state as he learns from his mistakes while conning certain other characters to stay ahead of the rest.
I just want to be sure it's over, man. That's all.
It's cool. Don't need to put a bullet in him. He killed himself in a traffic accident. No one to blame.
Number 1. Nico Bellic, Grand Theft Auto 4.
Whatever you say, Michelle, or whatever your name is.
It's Karen. My name is Karen.
Interesting. And you whore for the government.
Representing the fallacies with the idea of the American dream, Nico Bellic is an accurate depiction of why GTA protagonists fall into a life of crime. He's the most dangerous main character due to his background in the army, also bringing in a genuine arc of his inability to cope with his trauma from the war. Nico's down-to-earth attitude is a perfect contrast to Liberty City's false promises of riches, as he constantly feels hilariously out of place, especially with his cousin's fascination with bowling.
Nico! I've got to run. Come meet me at the cab office. It's easy. Out the door, turn left, then the first left at the diner, go down one block and turn right on Iroquois. Then walk all the way down and we're right there on the left on the corner of Cisco Street. It's really flash. We got lots of TDs and some incredible molders. Nico, give me a hug. Good to have you here, cousin.
Friendly and empathetic, for a man dealing in violence, being in Nico's shoes is an exercise in restraint for the player, as his storyline is an arc of redemption. His tortured past is such that we're encouraged to hope for the best for Nico, who treasures personal peace above all else.
You betrayed everyone, whoever came in contact with you. I guess the survival of the fittest thing really meant a lot to you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.